Alright, what I have here today is the ATI, Advanced Technologies International, ATI, the Take the ATI to the Field series. More specifically, what we're looking at today, I'll show you a picture of it here. You can actually see pretty well, it's just the buttstock with pistol grip. Alright, like that. Not the heat shield, which I don't know why that's necessary, but or the foregrip, but just the stock with grip. This particular shotgun pistol grip buttstock is for full-length design. It has a rubber butt pad, swivel stud already attached to it in the rear, which I'll make use of with the sling, and it uses the factory stock bolt, non-slip pebble green grip. Easy installation, it says. It's got a DuPont reserved extreme temperature glass reinforced polymer. That's just kind of little bullet points it has here for you. This particular ATI product fits the Maverick 88, Mossberg 500, 535, 590, 835, Remington 870, what I'm going to be using it for, and the Winchester 1200/1300. Again, this is I'm using for the Remington 870. I'm putting it on the 870 Express. I already have a new cap at the end that has a swivel attachment for a sling, and this has the attachment in the rear already positioned for me, which I appreciate, for the sling in the buttstock. Looking for something to replace the Monte Carlo style stock that was on the Express. It kind of raised my natural cheek weld up higher, which is great for a rifled slug barrel, which is what it came with, so I'll keep that stock for when I want to go deer hunting with slugs. However, I wanted this to be kind of a home defense slash field shotgun. I wanted to be able to take it to the field, and I'm curious to see how the buttstock with the pistol grip works in the field. For I'm gonna try it with skeet shooting, trap shooting, that kind of business. Not skeet, trap shooting, unstructured, just kind of the backyard kind of stuff, and as well as possibly game. But I got to check my regulations on that to make sure no one's too excited about that. But this product, I'm happy to say, is manufactured in the United States. Glad to see something still made here. I got a 511 tactical belt that I can take to the airport because it doesn't have metal in it, and also to be for someday hopefully a concealed carry belt that will aid. But that's made in China, and but that's a different item. Anyway, this is the ATI pistol grip buttstock. Let's open it up. Up close, the buttstock. Like the size and the feel of that rubber there. See how it shoulders, but it feels nice on here anyway. Not quite as soft as the Remington pad that comes with it, but with the shotgun, but pretty solid. But I do like the way, I tried this out in the store where I could fit my hand in there. I do like how that feels right there. Right there. The angle feels good. Curious to see how it feels with the trigger there, but that will happen shortly enough. Down the pipe and the buttstock. So what also comes in here is your handy dandy installation instructions, which are also helpful. I generally like to look at the pictures if the pictures can't tell you how to do it. They overpaid someone to design that manual. And then your other pieces to install depending on what you're installing it to. A couple of these bad boys again. All that polymer stuff. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together, and we'll cut back. Alright, one thing I saw right away with the different models is some of the hardware in here is depending on what brand you have. For example, if you have a Winchester, you'll use this piece right here. And how that works is they'll fit together like that. So it changes your angle of the buttstock. If you have Mossberg or Maverick, Mossberg probably be more common. You don't need any. You just use the stock as it comes. You don't need the adapter like the Winchester. Or in my case, the Remington 870. This piece goes in right there. And also likewise, you'll always use this piece in the rear of the stock, no matter what you use. This you use for Mossberg, you'll use this plug here. So I won't need these two things. I'll drop those back in the bag in case I ever want to resell the stock or put it on a different shotgun down the road. But these two plastic pieces I'll use around the screw at the buttstock because I'm using a Remington 870 with this buttstock pistol grip combo. Alright, got the 870 here. It has been safety checked, but just so you feel safe, the home defense slugs have been removed. In fact, it's empty. Now I'm going to have the safety is on. I'm going to leave it racked because that keeps this foregrip solid, and I don't want to dance it around on me. So I'm going to go ahead and move it forward. Take off this buttstock. Now, you can use one of these screwdrivers with the adapter, like I use for most of my pistol smithing kind of stuff, taking down stuff. However, the problem with this is, with the rubber of the back, the butt plate, those can come off. So I recommend using good old-fashioned straight ones. I'm going to start with the number 2 screwdriver Phillips. That should work, but if not, I've got the number 1 Phillips right over here just in case. Alright, I'll put these over to the side, and we'll get going on that. There we go. That's what that looks like. About yay long. Get his friend out. Be careful. You can until you get your tip of your Phillips screwdriver in there. You don't want to put too much pressure on. You don't want to start stripping the screw head. So just turn it lightly. It'll fall into its grooves. And you go ahead and take it out. There we go. There it is. And I must say, this rubberized buttstock, or rubberized butt plate that they put on the Express, or the one that comes on it, my goodness, this has done a fantastic job. I hope that the new one does 3/4 of the job this one did. This thing did what it needed to and far more. It's just a joy to shoot even slugs with this. Other people might whine about it, but they should be shooting shotguns. So, now when I look in there, I'll show you. Again, this firearm has been safety checked. And you saw it safety checked. See, there's a standard screwdriver nut right there. So I'll use a regular screwdriver to get that. I did not bring that with me. I don't know why, so I'll go grab it and we'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Had a little break there. My son needed a bath, and he is much less stinky now. So where we were is I was about to relieve that screw of its positioning. I'm going to see if I can kind of stay in frame, but we might have to sacrifice a little bit of that. All I've done now is I went ahead with the regular screwdriver. I think it's a 5/16 width there. Went in there, undid the screw, so it was like that. Now it's off. There's that bad mamma jamma of a screw, nice and long, and a close-up of the head there. So we're going to put this off to the side. Got a little bit of grease there on the end, but not a big deal. We'll leave that and try to keep it up. I raised it up so it's not touching, getting felt on or anything else. Anyway, I'm just going to make sure the stock is empty. And then you can see how the one that came from the factory, how it has that bit already right there. And again, loved the butt pad on this. Thought this was a fantastic stock. I like the grippiness here. It comes with the stippling already on the synthetic stock. Nice lightweight stock. I have no idea how much it weighs, but it's an insignificantly little amount. But the reason I'm changing it really is this Monte Carlo back. Since I'm not using it just as a slug gun, it does raise the cheek a little bit. Not a big deal. I know someone made a big deal on my site earlier about how, oh, you can't use this to shoot birds. Well, yeah, you can. You just can't rest your cheek right here on top. You end up resting a little bit on the side and it shoots down fine. You can look down the barrel, but then what happens is you tilt your head a little bit and you lower your cheek. And that's not overly comfortable, and you have to practice shooting that way when it's much easier just to go ahead and get a different stock on there. So, anyway, there's that one. So that's all off and away, and I've got my 870, very stumpy as it is. Let's get those extra pieces over here. We've got the 870 adapter piece specifically. This one, which goes on all, no matter what model you have this piece. I'm gonna put it over here. I don't think they have names, or you make up names for them, I suppose, if you really wanted to. And these two fine plastic pieces will be going in the rear. Now, just to consult my handy dandy pictorial directions, I think must say ATI did a fantastic job with the picture directions. It really keeps you from having to read. I do recommend reading them, but my goodness, if you can know what to do visually, if you look at the pictures, it tells you what to do, and then you read it, it makes the words make more sense, because the people who write these things, they speak differently. Alright, so there we are. I got my adapter here. I've already moved the butt plate, the other stock. Got my correct adapter, step 4. I can see my little picture of Remington stock. Here we are. That's the order of my assembly. So I can see visually, I'm going to line up my parts. This piece like this, nubby piece, this piece, and my bolts. So I'm going to go ahead, slide this little washer off. 1, 2, 3, just like the picture shows. And even though I've assembled it 1, 2, 3 nice and easy like the picture shows, whoop, make sure to put my washer back on. Not that I necessarily need this, but the other one had it, so I thought, why not put it back on? If it's a mistake, I will let you know. Anyway, there's that, like the picture says. Now I'm going to read the words. I'm not going to make you watch me read the words, though. Alright, so I just finished reading it. So basically, that's exactly what you do. You put your adapter. For me, it's the 870 adapter, so I stick that puppy right in there. Wow, it fits like it was made for it. Who would have guessed that they would have figured out how to make this for the 870 in the Mossberg? Who would have guessed? But there's the 871. I'm going to attach my... Why am I having as much trouble with that? Oh, I'm having trouble with it because this is the stock that came on it. Probably work better if I use the adapter on the stock that I'm putting on. Alright, we'll not edit that out, we'll let that in. Alright, oh, I like the look of that already. Alright, so I got that gobbledygook all lined up. Feed this beast in the back here. Whoa, you know what I didn't do? Didn't tell me to do it, so I didn't do it. There's a little bit of problem putting a screw through that. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Handy dandy screwdriver. Ooh, these are little. I can see through here. The one that came with it, you can see the holes kind of squeeze mostly shut, but here you got big old holes, so I can see that that actually uses a smaller screwdriver head. So where I use the number 2 Phillips screwdriver head, I'm going to actually use that number 1. I could say I knew to use that, but I didn't, but now you do. So, oh my lord. They have really got those suckers in there. I'm having to turn much tighter than on the 870, but I'm actually having an idea here. I wonder if I can use my 870 Express buttstock in here. If oh my goodness. Those are some long screws. I'm already noticing I don't think my other stock's going to go in there very well. Because it lines up like that. Too big. Too big. Oh well. I'll keep these screws with it. The bigger amount of media will be towards the top that's thinner. You know what? I'll save you guys some time. That little washer I put back in there, taking that out. I think that's getting in my way. In fact, I know it is. Alright, there's a reason I didn't show you putting that back on. You don't need it. So I'll put this with the other buttstock. See, I'm saving you guys time. There we go. That looks a lot better. Get it lined up here. Alright, let's give this a feel up on the shoulder, see how tight that is. Let's see how the comb is raising it significantly. So this is basically taking the comb off the top, but it's much shallower here. It ends at approximately the same point. It's a little wider on the Express, a little narrower here in the end, but it cuts out all this, and where the grip is way back here, you can see it almost fits in perfectly above where the back is here, so it pushes your grip a lot forward because it has a pistol grip, duh. But there's all this out of here that's gone, but we'll take some profile pictures in a second after I get the stocking back. You know what, if I can get some oil on there, that might help a lot. As I'm getting done with this, I really wish they would have not installed their butt pad on their stock right away. But I know it's so people can take it out, put it on their shoulder, see what they think, but honestly you don't get a very good feel that way anyway without the rest of the gun attached. So I just don't get it, but especially as tight as these screws are, and I can feel the one on top wants to, it's popping out, and I don't want to strip my screw out. I'm just about to do that. That looks, there's a little space there, and I don't like that. Alright, I'll come tighten that up again a little bit later when my hand's a little bit tighter because I gotta push and turn. I'll only use another twist or so. Now let's feel it in the arms. Again, this firearm has been safety checked. This is the Remington 870 with the new ATI buttstock pistol grip. So, oh, I like that. Kind of a one-point sling, which I maybe get to it in the future. Or even if I don't, if I just keep a regular sling or no sling at all, to go from maneuvering to popping up is real natural. If I could change anything with the palm grip, it's pretty smooth. I might rough that up or add a rubber grip to it, but works really well. I really like the look of it with the slug barrel on. Alright, here's an overhead. I tried to line up not where the adapter is and the handle starts, but where the adapter is and where the gun meets with the old stock above and below. I think I did a pretty decent job of it. So you could see this overhead, and I've got some stills to show you. But there's the end of the stock. Matches up about pretty darn close, really. But this Monte Carlo kind of style stock lifts my cheek, which is perfect for the rifled slug barrel. But I don't need that extra height. Honestly, I don't believe for the slug barrel. But if I still have this, so if I want to put it back on. But man, it gets in the way when I'm doing birds all the time. So, and then you can see here where the grip comes down, the pistol grip, where it comes unattached. Did I wish it didn't have that adapter, but it went straight to it? Yeah. Is it a big deal? No. Do I like that gap? No, but I'll get over it. But you can see how, yeah, this is more or less straight down. It's a little bit thicker here. You don't get a true ending without the butt pad on there, which is about that far. So the butt pad came about right here anyway. So this goes a little bit longer reach, but I'm using it to prop up the other side. But you can see where how you grip the shotgun totally shifts. But let's get a shot of it frontwards. Again, that's the nut. The swivel stud already in it. For the sake of ease, I'm going to use my old Wingmaster 30-inch full choke, no rum choke in it. Probably use the other one, but That's how easy it is to switch out barrels. Alright. Oops, I should have the stock fully extended. Oh man, close my. Now the real way to do this, just so you know, is you close your eyes and you raise it up, because otherwise you'll bring it to where your eyes are. So should have done that before. Okay, so I'm picking a point over in the area. I'm looking just above. I have a lamp over there, visually looking at it. Close my eyes, raise up the shotgun, open my eyes, point of aim. Barrel's a little tilted. I'm going to exaggerate more like this. I wasn't looking straight down, I put it a little over. So I'm going to reposition my arm, close my eyes, put it back up. Not quite as bad. I'm going to grab a little further forward grip. And what I'm doing is, I'm noticing when I put my face up, I'm putting it pretty far forward and it's lasering up, but if I, yeah, right about there, if I put my head back just a little bit, yeah. So what I'm going to do is on the smooth back of the stock, I'm going to put a little piece of tape. Kind of like when I shoot bow and arrow, I have a whisker bit right there that hits right there, so I always know it's in the same spot. I want the same spot here, so when I pop up, go a little behind, a little head, I pop right back into it. Now again, this kind of stock is not, and this particular 870 body isn't the one I use for birds that often. I have another one, Wingmaster, I generally use for birds, but I wanted this stock to be able to go both ways, home defense and right out the door. Again, always check your local law about using any kind of modifications. For example, a pistol grip on a shotgun. I'm sure there's some states who will not let you do this. Possibly Illinois might not let you do this, but I haven't seen anything to say that yet. But give Illinois time and they'll figure out a way to make this a dangerous thing. Thanks for watching. Be safe, be smart.